Hey guys! What day is it today? It's Wednesday. Happy Wacky Wednesday. I just wanted to hop on live and kind of out of the blue. I just have had a lot on my heart and felt like I just really needed to share where I'm at and kind of this shift in perspective that I'm having the past couple of days has been kind of huge. And I've been doing a lot of journaling and a lot of thinking about it. And I just kind of wanted to go live. So I'm going to give a couple minutes if anyone is on live. I see one person on, so say hi if you're here. And yeah, you guys, it's like, it was just a big realization that I'm having, and I just really felt like I needed to share. So anyways, if you're watching the recording, skip forward a little bit. Anyways, I'm gonna get started. So lately I have kind of been on this kick about being aligned and feeling in the flow, and I've been reading a lot about and listening to a lot of podcasts about how important it is to be in alignment before taking action. If you listen to the Jess Lively podcast, you probably also have been hearing a little bit about this. If you aren't listening to her, I highly recommend her podcast. She's amazing, and I just love everything she puts out into the universe. But I digress. But basically, this concept of alignment before action means that you in order to really take action in your life, make decisions, show up for yourself, whatever, you need to be in this really amazing aligned place. And what I believe that means to be from my perspective is to be feeling really, really in your body and feeling grounded in who you are and who you want to be. And for me, that looks like really positive, really joyful, really grounded and feeling just like very, very energized and in my body. And I think that this concept it makes sense from a logical perspective. Like we want to be taking action for things when we're in that aligned place, when we're feeling at our best, so that we can really show up in the universe and for the others in our life and for ourselves, really, for the work we do, whatever it is, so we can show up at our best, right? And so that we can show up feeling just really, really vibrant and energized and feel like we're empowering and inspiring the people around us, whether they're just like friends or family or a relationship that we're in or at our work, whatever that looks like. And I think this concept is really cool, alignment before action. And I've been kind of like really digging into it and thinking about it more and more and more, and really probably for the last couple months. And I have found that while I think it's powerful, it also can be a really big detriment to us. And I know this firsthand because this past week I got sick. I got a cold for the first time in over a year, and my energy was just naturally not there. I was not feeling aligned at all. I was feeling really out of my body. I was not feeling overly positive. I was feeling pretty sorry for myself as I sat on my couch with a giant box of tissues and a big fuzzy blanket. And I started saying, okay, well, I'm going to use this as an excuse not to take action. And I'm not telling you to, like, when you're sick, get up and get your workouts in, because you have to allow your body to rest and listen to your body. I mean, that's what I did. But what I mean by that is I feel like when things go wrong in our lives, when we get sick, or, you know, something negative happens, we're having issues in our relationships, or a family member passes away, or, we get injured, something really bad happens at work and we feel like we're having a shitty day, life events, things that take place. These are all things that have happened to me in the past year and a half, which is why I'm expressing them. But I think it can be really easy during hard moments to say, okay, well, I'm not in my best space, so I'm not going to show up, right? I'm not going to show up for my workouts. I'm not going to show up for my dream life. I'm gonna just do what's comfortable and sit here and not feel my best and not do my best because I'm not at my best. And I think that this is where this concept really has a faulty line, because I started getting into that mindset last week, and I was like, what am I doing? Because here's the thing, you guys, I have really amazing vision for my life. I finally have like really looked at what I want and what I want to be, and how I want to show up for this world and for myself and for the people around me. And I was like, oh, well, I can just, take a couple days off of working my business, and that's gonna be fine. And it's not gonna impact me. And it's like, what am I doing? Why would I put aside the one thing that is really driving my life right now, that is impacting my life in so many ways, because I'm not feeling at my best, right? It's like I was still felt like I needed to get the dishes done. I still felt like I needed to do laundry, and all of these menial, in grander sense, tasks. I mean, I'm a neat freak, so they don't feel menial to me, but and it's like, why are we so hell-bent on, when shit hits the fan, dropping everything that doesn't feel like, dropping everything that is actually moving us towards a positive state? And it got me thinking back to where I was at a year ago, because a year ago I had just started, I was about 5 months into my Beachbody business. So I was just starting out on this journey as an entrepreneur, and I had kind of hit my quarter life crisis moment where I was like, I need to do something different. I was finally finding a groove with my health and fitness, and one that didn't feel one that felt like I could actually maintain and sustain for the first time in my life. And at Christmas, we got a call that our roof from our new home that we had just purchased had leaked, and we had this crazy ice storm in Chicago, and our roof had leaked, and all of this water was pouring into our house, literally pouring in, and we weren't even in the country. And it was the craziest 6 months of my life, in the sense that we came home and had to not just start figuring out what we were going to do, but start talking to insurance and all this stuff. And we ended up being out of our home and living out of suitcases and in Airbnbs and hotels and all this crazy shit, while all of our floors got replaced and walls got replaced and everything got moved into storage and back. And it was just crazy. And we ended up doing all of that and having all of that take place for about 6 months' time. And during that time, I was thinking about this, and it's like, during that time, I could have used that as an excuse to just not work my business, to just say, I'm just gonna not do this. I could have used that as an excuse to, stop doing my workouts and go back to my emotional eating habits. And, in a hotel, it's not the easiest to get a workout in, but I made it work. I mean, that's what home workouts are great for. All you need is a yoga mat. But still, I was being faced with a really hard life event. And instead of letting that slow me down and go back into this, safe space, just work my menial jobs that don't make me happy, but I don't need to think about them, I don't need to learn about them, or, and just go back to my emotional eating habits and just, live off of Ben and Jerry's and fast food and feel, and go back into all of my my safe space, where my brain says, okay, Amanda, you're not going outside of your comfort zone right now. This feels good. This feels yummy. Let's sit here for a while, you know? And it's like, I could have done that and I didn't. And I've been realizing why that happened. And so many of my challengers, my girls in my accountability group, always ask me, like, Amanda, how do you stay so motivated? Like, how do you always like motivate yourself to get your workouts in, to stay on your nutrition plan? How do you stay so motivated to work your business and show up for this crazy whirlwind of entrepreneurship every single day? Because you guys, it's hard sometimes, you know, like you're learning this whole new concept. And I've realized that there are three things really that have caused me to do this and allowed me to even when I'm not in alignment, even when I'm not feeling my best, be present and take action. And I want to share that with you guys because, you know, I'm all about being transparent, and I just feel like this is something I wish somebody else had shared with me. And whatever this means for you, whether, you know, you're feeling like you're not in alignment and you want to get there, or you're feeling like you have all these goals or these visions of where you want to be and how you want to feel, but for some reason there's things that aren't clicking, you know, like you do some things and then you regress, or, you know, it's that yo-yo cycle of whether it's workout or, you know, you start going towards a career path that you actually love, but it starts to scare you. And so you regress into that old career, whatever that is for you. These are the three things that I think are so key in being able to actually go after, the things that you love and want. So the first thing, and honestly, I think this is arguably the most important thing, is to have a vision, have a clear vision of what you actually want. Who do you want to be, and what is that person? And don't just think about it, like actually put it onto paper, write it out, put it in your journal if you're a journaler, you know, make a vision board if you're a visual person, or a Pinterest board. I'm all about the freaking Pinterest boards. If you want to go stalk me on Pinterest, feel free. I have all the vision boards and shit. You know, but it's like, put that shit out into the universe, and don't just do it once, but have it somewhere where you can see every single day. Like on my vision board, I have huge freaking goals. Like I want to be on the Stratford Festival stage performing, and you know, in Shakespeare in Shakespeare shows and musicals. Like that is a huge dream of mine. You know, I want to be leading a movement. Gosh, if your vision doesn't make you cry too, I mean, I am a crier, but still, like, it should make you feel emotional and feel connected. But you know, like I have a vision of like leading and empowering a movement of women in believing that there is more to life than just a menial 9-to-5 job that doesn't light them up, in allowing them to really, 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 for the first time in their life, have a positive and joyful relationship with food and fitness, and make it a part of their life that they actually love and that makes their whole being light up. Like, that is my vision. My vision is to be able to make our family financially free and debt free, and be able to travel and down the road for me to be able to, you know, work from home and be able to raise a family, and not have to go to work, you know, and if that, you know, if going to work and your mom is part of your life and that's what makes you happy, that's fantastic, that's amazing, you know, but I just see this vision for myself, and this is what I want for me, and that's what's on my vision board. And, you know, every day when it's hard, or I'm not feeling aligned, or I'm emotional, or I'm, you know, having a bad day, because that happens, you guys, like that's part of freaking life. I look at my vision board, I write my vision out, and I stay connected to that. And I think it's such a vital piece, and something that so few women that I know actually do. And I think keeping that consistently in your life and present in your life is so important. So number 1 is vision. Number 2, just show up. Like, I know this is simple, but a simple concept, but like, just show up, and don't feel like you have to show up at this aligned, beautiful space, you know, show up as you are, because chances are that's just freaking good enough. You don't have to be this perfect, construct of what you believe like you need to show up for every single day in your life. Like you don't need to be like always joyful and always happy. And I thought that like for a while I was like, I just need to be showing up like this every single day. And it's like, there are some days where I'm not. There are some days where I'm irritable and some days where I'm being a stubborn little shit. And that's just part of being a human being. That's part of having life events take place. And it's like, if you just show up every single day for the things that matter to you, and committing to just doing what you need to do, even on days where it's hard, where your anxiety takes over, whatever it is, showing up for that workout, showing up for, that event, that live event that is going to like move your career forward, showing up for a night out with your best friend, even when you're just kind of feeling like you're tired. Like we need those connections, we need those things, and just freaking show the fuck up. So number 2, show up. And number 3, and this is something I was missing for so long and honestly feel like not enough people have, and why I'm so passionate about what I do, is having accountability and support. Because you guys, showing up as our best selves every day is not easy. It's scary, and it's us going out of our comfort zones, and getting to know yourself in that way can be scary and weird, especially if you're not asking those questions like, who do you want to be when you grow up? Well, turns out it was not the dentist I once thought I wanted to be. I never imagined that I would be here, running my own business, being a Beachbody coach, actor, wife, dog mom. Like I never pictured my life like this when I was a kid. And now it's like, I don't know, do you guys feel like your life has shifted? I see a lot of you guys hopping on. So if you are, like, comment in the comments below. But I just feel like when we're so connected to, like I said before, our vision of how we want our life to look like and who we want to be, and committing to showing up for that no matter the fuck what, right? And when we also have the trifecta, the accountability to do that, having a support system, whether it's, texting your best friend and saying, hey girl, like if you're starting a workout journey, you're like, hey girl, I need you to text me every single day, be like, girl, did you get that workout in? Or if you have these big dream visions and you haven't shared it with anybody, share it with your friends, share it with your parents, share it with the people that you love most in the world, and help them keep you accountable to your vision. I mean, I have an amazing group of women in the team that I am a part of, that I coach with through Beachbody. You get to be inundated almost and like into this incredible team, and I am a part of this beautiful team called Team Inspire Joy, and it's just this empowering, genuine group of women who are constantly showing up for themselves and empowering me to do the same fucking thing. And yesterday I had a really hard day, and all I did was reach out to we have a team page on Facebook, and we have a lot of texting and Voxer messages, which is like a walkie-talkie app. And, I just like reached out to them on my page, and I reached out to a couple of my girlfriends on the team, and I just got so much support and love and encouragement to keep going, because you guys, we need that. Like, community is in freaking Maslow's hierarchy. If you don't know what that is, look it up. But like, community is a foundation of what we need as people, and it's something that honestly I didn't have for years. Like, yes, I have an incredible family and an incredible husband, but community is bigger than that, right? Like, you need a space where you feel like you're a part of it, and that has really allowed me to thrive and to stay connected to these visions, to always remind myself to show up and have that accountability factor, because that's so key. And honestly, that's why I've started doing what I do, and why I believe so much in the process, especially from a health and wellness perspective. Because, if you've been following my blog and my like page and just really my story for the past year and a half, that for so many years I dealt with emotional eating, and I dealt with serious yo-yoing and trying so many different things and not feeling good enough. And this accountability factor, having like an online space where you can show up every single day, check in with the people that you're doing it alongside with. You're going through these programs together and sharing, you know, recipes and meal plans, and just having a space where you don't feel alone on the journey. You know, that's why I run these accountability groups. That's why every single month I run these online virtual challenges, because I think it's so vital for us to have this accountability, this extra support piece, right? And it's like, if you don't have that in your life, find it, you know? Like I said, reach out to somebody or reach out to me. Like I would love to support you along this journey and wherever you're at, whether it's for a health perspective or just a friendship perspective, or, you know, if you're feeling stuck at work and you're not really sure if this 9-to-5 job that you've been working for the past 3 years, 4 years, whatever, is actually making you happy, and you just feel like you're living on automatic pilot and there's more to life, like, reach out to me. Like, I would love to talk to you about this stuff, because I wish somebody had done that for me sooner. I was so stuck for so long in so many aspects of my life and not really living the life I knew I was destined for, and then the life I knew I was capable of creating for myself. And yeah, so that's really the trifecta, you guys, and something that I'm so passionate about, and something I hope that this sheds some light for your life, and if it does, let me know, you know, reach out to me, and or just, you know, send me some love vibes, because you guys, this is really where it's at. Vision, showing up, and having the accountability. And for those of you who are not following my health and fitness page, I'll post it in the comments below. I share all my updates there, usually for that side of my world and my business. But if you're looking for support, especially from a health and wellness perspective, and are just really feeling like there's this missing piece, and you want the accountability factor, or want an extra boost, or really looking to quit this cycle, this yo-yo cycle, this binging cycle, this unhappy cycle of yourself, which I know all too well from my past. I am starting I officially opened registration for my next accountability group, which is starting April 3rd. It's called the Cut the Crap Challenge, and I'm really excited about it. I feel like spring is just around the corner, even though in Chicago we had a freaking blizzard. And I'm just ready to really, like, cut the excuses, because let's be honest, when we're not showing up, you know, it's because we were like, oh, well, I can do it later, or whatever. You know, we have all these excuses that we're constantly feeding ourselves to just keep ourselves in this comfort zone. It's like, no, F the excuses, and decide that you are worth showing up for every single day. Commit to your health, commit and invest in yourself, because there is nothing more beautiful than that. And if there is no greater lesson that I've learned this past year, it's that investing in yourself is worth every freaking penny, and worth every freaking second of your time that you are putting towards your self-care, towards showing up in this world as your best self. So if you are interested, or know anybody who you think would really resonate with that, or could use the extra boost moving into the spring, please reach out to me, like this video, comment below, and we will get started and chatting about all that. But in the meantime, don't forget that even on days where it's hard, even on days when you're not feeling your best, you can still show up in this world. You can still do your freaking best, because that's all that matters. That's ultimately all that matters. And if you're committed to doing that, if you're committed to really seeing your heart out and your path out, you are going to freaking thrive and succeed. And in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, you're going to look back and say, man, I'm so glad I'm so glad that I stepped up for myself. I'm so glad that I didn't hold myself back and stay in my comfort zone and just do what was safe and easy, because this is the person I am proud of. And this is a person I am so, so happy to be walking this earth as. There is nothing better than that. And that's just my goal every single day, to get there too. So anyways, sharing my heart, and I hope you guys have a really, really beautiful Wacky Wednesday, and I will check in with you guys later.